Welcome to the December class of Celebrate the Seasons here at twopeasindabucket.com. This layout has room for lots and lots of photos as it's part of my, I create layouts for using the Christmas card photos we get from people every year. So I needed a layout that was versatile enough that you could kind of customize it to however many photos you have to scrapbook. So what I did here was I kind of pre-cut all of my things. This border up at the top, I cut from some striped My Mind's Eye paper, and it's a 1/2 inch wide, and I cut 2 of those to go along the top of both sides of the layout. And then the photos are also all pre-cut, and I didn't quite have enough of the small photos to go across in this strip here, so I cut a little piece of patterned paper, and I'm going to add some embellishments there here in a little bit. You can see these are just some journaling papers from Making Memories, and I just ran that through my printer and added part of my subtitle, as this is the second page for 2008 photos. I already have another page in my album, so I just wanted to say that this was like, more photos from friends and family. And I did pre-cut all of my photos from the photo cards we got, and I will talk about that more in a little bit. I punched a scallop border using that Fiskars punch just out of some pattern paper, trying to add a little bit of interest. This layout is very photo heavy, so I wanted to make sure and add some little touches here and there to add interest to my page. And you can see I die cut the title using my silhouette, and I also die cut it again out of pattern paper and just cut that little star off, and I'm going to adhere that right over the black die cut title, and I'm just going to use a glue dot to adhere that just to add a little bit of fun to my title. The centerpiece, or a pattern paper strip rather, to my layout, I've already punched one side, but what I did was I really like the look of those little holes, and then you put pattern paper behind them for added color. So I'm using this 7 Gypsies punch, and you can see you can swap out the different components or punches there, but I'm going to use the smaller of the hole punches, and I'm just going to punch a border all the way across. So I'm just going to line it up to get started, make sure it's flush against the back of the punch, and I'm just going to punch that border all the way across on both strips. I've cut 2 of these strips of pattern paper, and the measurements are in the PDF that you can find at 2Ps. And then I've also pre-cut these 1/2 inch strips of pattern paper, and I'm just going to add a little adhesive to the back of my punched strip and add these colored 1/2 inch strips right behind it. You can see when I flip it over that it adds a nice little pop of color. And it looks like I missed a hole there, so I'm just going to peel up that strip real quick and reline up my paper and punch that hole real fast. It happens every once in a while. You do it real quick and you might miss something, so it's easy to remedy. You can't even see where it was now. So there is that, and I did that for both sides. Okay, for the photos. I went through and kind of measured the photos I had left to see if I could get them all kind of similar sized. So I decided I could crop them all to about 3 inches high. The larger photos I could crop to 3 inches high. So then I just went through and trimmed them so that I could make 12-inch strips so that they would be 3 by 12 once cropped, the photos. So they're all varying widths, but they're 3 inches high for the large ones, except for the 2 larger photos that needed to be a little bit taller, so I just worked those into the sketch. The smaller photos are 1.5 inches tall, and they are also varying widths depending on the photos. So I'm adding my title now, and I just want to add the date, and I was showing that these Remarks sticker books from American Crafts have tons of photos, and these are rather letter stickers, and they come in 2 different sizes, and I'm going to use the smaller of the 2 sizes just to add the 2008 because these are from the 2008 holiday season. And then I'm going to take my die cut title and I'm just going to place it in a box, and then I take this Krylon spray adhesive and I spray the back of it. I find this is the best way to adhere intricate die cut designs, especially title things like this that you might cut with your silhouette. So then I'll just, that just protects, you know, my office and my work surface by spraying it in a box. And then I will adhere my title right to the left side of the page, kind of between those 2 punched circles strips there. I'm going to press that down, and I'm going to set the left side of the layout to the side for a second. We'll finish it here in a little bit. And I'm going to move along to the right side of the page, which is very similar. I've already adhered the photos and things. This side I did exactly the same, except I did run this strip through my printer and added my journaling. And the journaling is only a list of who all these people are, because you think you will remember forever, but you don't. So I just print it out and on my pages in my album here so that I can look. And it's fun to look through the years and see how people's families grow and change. I also die cut these trees using the silhouette, and they're a cute little, they have several pieces to these trees. I just use the border, or the outline rather, of the tree, and I die cut those out of black, and then die cut the background of the tree, the solid piece, out of different pattern papers that coordinate with this collection from My Mind's Eye, Colorful Christmas. And then I'm using the spray adhesive, I'm just going to put these together real quick, get those lined up. And they're pretty simple trees. Again, I kept the embellishments to a minimum on this page because it is the emphasis is on the photos, but I wanted to add just a little bit of fun. So I'm going to use some foam adhesive on the back of these trees just to give them a little bit of dimension, and then I'll kind of collage these together here right beside my journaling. And there's what they look like. You can see the added dimension there. And then basically that side of the page is done. I'm going to go back over here to the left side of the page, and I'm going to wrap a little bit of string around one of these journaling sheets and tie it in a bow. It's a rather easy thing to do that adds just a little touch of fun to your page. I'm going to tie that, and I'll snip the ends off really quick with my scissors. Also, this doesn't add any, much bulk or anything like that. And then I'm going to take my tiny attacher, and just where the pattern papers and photos meet, I'm just adding some staples. Again, I really wouldn't have to do this. It just adds a fun touch to the page and a bit of embellishment that isn't bulky. This is a little star jewel. I believe it's from KI Memories from several years ago. I'm just going to take some diamond glaze, add a little bit of glue there to my title, and also I'm going to secure that string. I'll glue the gemstone there to the star of my title with that diamond glaze. And then I'm going to just add a little dab of glue behind my string and the bow there so that it stays secure. And then these are some little tiny paper clips from Tim Holtz, and I'm just going to add those to my little journaling pages as a final touch to the page. For more information, please visit twopiesindabucket.com or visit us on the education board and to ask questions about this class. Thanks for watching.